Hello, boys, girls, and fellow intellectuals. This is Reason, that voice in your head you should listen to. And today, we're going to go over the Mandalay Bay shooting. Last night, a little after 10 p.m., Stephen Paddock, age 64, broke out the windows of his hotel room on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino and began to open fire on the crowd at the Route 91 Harvest Festival. So far, there are 58 casualties and 515 wounded. The gunfire lasted about 10 minutes. The weapon used, as far as we know, was fully automatic, and along with that, he had 19 other rifles. I have yet to find the specifics of what he used. The shooter killed himself shortly before SWAT could breach his room with explosives. I'm about to show you some footage from the shooting. Warning, this may be disturbing, so if you have small children in the room, I advise you have them leave the room now.
Outside, I promise. It's only outside.
To those of you grieving those close to you whose lives this waste of human life has taken, I give my deepest condolences. And to those of you who hate this person, take solace in the fact that he is dead, and possibly rotting in hell. Now, I would love to live in a world where we didn't have these atrocities, but this is the kind of world we live in. But at least we could give time to grieve. But there are already those who are standing on top of the dead bodies of those who lost their lives as a platform for their agendas. For instance, there are useful idiots tweeting #GunControlNow when fully automatic weapons are illegal and extremely difficult to gain access to. For instance, it is illegal to own a fully automatic firearm without a Class 3 license. In order to acquire a Class 3 license, you are required to get a federal background check and fill out a lengthy application and multiple ATF forms. Then you have to be fingerprinted and provide a 2x2 photo of yourself to the ATF and local law enforcement. And you have to have your local chief of police sign off on your application, as well as pay a varying fee for processing. And if you are approved, you will have a 60-day wait. You also have to pay $500 as an annual fee for the license, as well as a large tax for each individual automatic firearm. And that's before the price of the weapon being taken into account. Most fully automatic weapons cost anywhere from 10 to 20 grand and up as well, but you also have an extensive waiting period before you can receive your firearm, and that is if you can find someone selling one. Now that I've given you all that information, do you think you went about getting these firearms legally? If you answered yes, rewind this video and listen to what I said again. Now, if you answered no, you would be most likely correct, as so far it appears that he has modified a semi-automatic rifle to fire full auto. Now, seeing as this tragedy has taken place, and all signs are pointing to illegal acquiring of these weapons, tell me how gun control would have stopped this. Because all I see is another agenda to disarm the law-abiding citizens. Now, to lighten the mood, I have proof that most of the prominent figures pushing this agenda don't know what the fuck they're even talking about. For instance, here's a tweet from Hillary Clinton appealing to fear with a hypothetical. Now, there are 3 things wrong with this tweet. Do you see them? Okay, well, I'll outline them first. You have the appeal to fear. Second, it's a suppressor, not a silencer. And 3, a suppressor only drops the sound level by a maximum of 30 decibels, which the standard is roughly 125, and hearing damage occurs at 85 decibels. A gun is louder than a jackhammer or a heavy metal concert, so her hypothetical is nothing short of science fiction. Do you guys see how stupid their argument is? It's baseless fear-mongering to push an agenda. So for the sake of your freedom, take the time to share this video and hopefully negate the misinformation being spread by those out there to push a baseless agenda. Now back to the shooting. ISIS is claiming responsibility for the shooting, but the facts are still out on that until there's more information. There's also some people saying it was pro-Antifa paraphernalia in his hotel room, but then again, the facts are still out. And until there's further information, I can't say much. What I found sickening last night is there were people on Twitter hoping it was some white guy who was conservative, or if it was a Muslim. This whole agenda thing is sickening and awful. We don't even get 24 hours to grieve before people start using this tragedy as a platform. To those of you affected, I offer my deepest condolences. And to those taking credit or are in any way responsible for this, remember, karma's a bitch. So, all I have to say is, stay reasonable, and to those of you using this as a platform, learn to be a decent human being.